Good evening, Magic players and card collectors alike. Welcome back to my channel for the post episode of Magic 1. I had a really fun day actually. Uh, I didn't capture any gameplay footage just because it was my first time playing this fellow and I didn't want to push anything like that on him per se. But I got to play my Giza and Geralf deck and tested it out. And there's some interesting things I've learned. Um, One, Magic will always be an awesome game because Magic, like Yu-Gi-Oh, has zombies. And I gotta say, my zombies did pretty well for me today. I won 2 out of 3 matches. My big combo of the day happened to be these 3 cards here. By combining Gisa with my loyal subordinate, I'm able to go into battle phase every turn and deal a minimum of 3 damage. Plus, I can attack with this fellow or the commander and leave the other as a blocker. And then add to it the threat of this enchantment, which I cursed myself so that whenever anybody would attack me, I would get a zombie. And basically, the fellow I was playing, whose name was Joey, and shout out to Joey for being an awesome guy and teaching me the ropes. I definitely wouldn't have won 2 games if he hadn't explained to me some of the mechanics that I wasn't understanding. And it was all just for fun, anyways. He played with a jank deck for the first couple of games. He basically just used any cards that he had from the dollar store. I'm just going to show you guys some of the cards I played while I talk. These are the ones that came up today for me. So yeah, all of his cards, with the exception of his commander and a few others, are all a dollar store card purchase, which is really funny. And his commander was amazing in both of his decks. Uh, so after he used his jank deck for a couple turns against me, I ended up getting to experience his legendary deck, which was really cool and leveled my deck severely. So it showed me that a few things need to be changed in my deck. Obviously, this is a starter deck, so I'm going to need to do some upgrading of it. I definitely like Death Touch. And this definitely was a helpful creature too in the game. And this is the last one that definitely made a big splash in the game. So with that said, there are some cards that I think I will be pulling out. I don't know exactly how many I will be pulling out yet, but for starters, I don't care for a lot of the blue cards in here actually. So I'm pulling out for sure 3 lands that can go black or blue, because all 3 of them come into play tapped and they're not overly helpful other than that fact that they offer blue or black. And then I'm also going to be cutting these 3 cards that are blue. So we have Distant Melody, Sinister Sabotage, and Deep Analysis. I find their costs are just too high in the first 2 cases, and Sinister Sabotage, I'm hoping that I'll find something better, to be honest, in what I'm pulling from tonight. So, with that said, I don't think I'll be playing next week, so I will be making a Magic video in 2 weeks' time. And during the 2-week absence, I will be refining and updating my deck using this. And this, which I managed to get as a nice little deal from the best card store in Oxbury. Boutique Day Fan. They don't actually have a jingle. That was just fun for me. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I really was big into playing a red, blue, and black deck back in the day. And I saw this and was able to get it for a steal because it was not only reduced in price, which was awesome, but it was also tax-free because of the Black Friday sale that they have going on right now. And then in addition to that, I picked up this for $2 less than retail value, MSRP, whatever you want to call it. I know they don't really make MSRP anymore according to the professor, but I thought I saw something on a webpage for it. So anyways, I'm going to pop open this box. Assuming it wants to come out. Wow, that's a really noisy box. There we go. These magic boxes kind of suck, to be perfectly honest. But this one's not as bad as some of the other ones I've had. If I didn't drop it, it probably would have been in a little better shape. I'll have to repair the glue on that. Maybe that'll do it. And it actually did it pretty nice. There we go. Apparently I get little cardboard punch-outs for tokens. Okay, I'll admit that's kind of cool. There. Check out the little artwork on that. Oh, did I just scratch that? I think I did. Poop. Alright, we got all the tokens punched out. Set those over there with the neat little card. We got our deck with our alternate offer for a commander possibility. We have a life counter. Cool. Neato. This one actually did come with some helpfulness, I'm thinking. Or is it just a poster? It could just be a poster. It's kind of neat. Although the pointer, you get some cool lore. There's some, not a lot, but there's a little bit of ideas, and it explains Commander on the back too, which is nice. Put that to the side. This is a collector booster sample pack. According to the professor, there's like 2 cards in here, maybe 3. Can't remember if he said 2 or 3, to be perfectly honest. Set that to the side. So, we got some cool tokens to start off with. We got a goat / zombie, Drake / zombie, a lightning rager, ooh, or a rogue, an elemental, or a rogue. Some rogue action going on here. Demons. A copy token. Another elemental. Manifest creature. Which is also a token. Somehow. Ooh, +1/+1 counters. Extra counters. Nice. I'm sure those would be handy. For the people who love MSR. And it has a neat little design on the back. Like the other one did. Now, at the back, there seems to be an extra thick card version of the Commander, which I have to say I like that. It's got an extra shine to it too. That's pretty cool. And we'll begin. Discover this together. You'll notice that this one is vampires. My old deck was a vampire zombie deck, so this works fine for me to combine these two. I'm already liking the fact that there's a lot more blue to this, and low cost blue, which is the way blue should be. Feed the Swarm, I've seen that one before. Some red, some blue red. Commander Sphere, Signet, Felwar Stone, another Signet. Seeing a lot of cool cards in here. I'm definitely looking forward to building this into my deck. Keep in mind, as I said, I am doing a sealed only deck, which means nothing I put into this deck can come from anywhere except something that was already sealed. That said, the guy at the mentioning the fact that he bought a lot of cards from the dollar store got me thinking that there's nothing wrong with me including those in this. So I may start doing some shopping there in between rounds to save for now. Because this is definitely the last time I can splurge for cards this year. Not counting the videos I've already pre-prepped for you guys. I really love the crossover cards. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I think we're getting to the lands now. Cool. Very nice. This is more what I'm talking about for lands. Lightning Greaves. Now we're going sort of artifacts, looks like. Yep. Oh, I remember this card was one of my favorites when I was originally playing. Back in the day. Oop. Sorry guys. Hopefully I don't give you motion sickness. A lot of neat lands in this one. And now we're into the basics. Ooh. Full art lands. Nice. Give you a look at each of these more carefully. Alright, so that's our deck. And now, to finish off our video, which apparently is going to be one of my longest ones ever, we will open the box and see what comes inside it. I know it says there's 35 cards, but beyond that, I don't understand whether... I looked online and it says they're supposed to be random, so I assume that's how that works. But how many cards there are in a theme set, I couldn't tell you. We got Sleep with the Fishes to start with, though. That's a funny card sounding. I really gotta pick a better place to put this camera next time. Alright, so we got Nora, Expendable Lucky, Cutthroat Contender, Vampire Scrivener, Midnight Assassin. I got my butt handed to me by that a couple times the other day. Ooh, an insect. Grisly Sigil. I still don't know how the rarity works, so you won't see me freak out about anything in particular. Join the Maestros. Casualty 2. And you get an Ogre Warrior. I don't have a token for that yet. I wonder if you're allowed to play it without having the right token. In Yu-Gi-Oh! You can, but I don't know if it works that way in Magic. Public Enemy. I love the names on some of these. Run Out of Town. Whack. Fake Your Own Death. And then Incriminate follows Faking Your Own Death. That's just perfect. It was the Crooked Custodian. He faked my own death. I got 2 copies of that. That's unfortunate. Can't really use 2 copies in Commander. Nick disappeared. Rogues Gallery. Looks like we're getting into lands now. Oh, maybe just the one land. Oh. Unlucky Witness. Expendable Lackey. Big Score. This is definitely all about a crime of some kind, which is cool. I got 2 of that now. 2 of that now. This must be the last one, which must be my legendary one. Cool. Alright. So, I have a crazy pile of cards to go through now and build a deck. I'm going to do that in the next week or 2, depending on whether I get to play next week. As I said, it's not likely that I'm going to be making much content next week because on Saturday next week we go for a new puppy. Yay! Kaiba's getting a sister. Her name is Karma and she is beautiful, and I'm sure that I will take a video or 2 of both the babies when they get used to each other so that you guys can see what they're like. Anyways, for now that's all I have. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye.